right, it's your favorite Andrina. Coming to give you that 1, 2, 3 because I can, I will, and I am purpose to. I am here to empower, motivate, and transform you to your next level of living, owning your greatness unapologetically. And that simply means that no matter what you've been through in life, you are a champion in your world. And I don't know about y'all, but I feel amazing on today, and I hope you do too, because each and every single day that we're afforded an opportunity, we shouldn't take no days for granted, but be grateful and trust you, believe you me. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. Listen, y'all see we at Thrive with Andrina. I come to have a great time, to encourage y'all, to empower y'all, for y'all to show up in your greatness. Because sometimes life will take us on a road and we will get stuck. Get stuck and stay stuck. But guess what? I come to push you on out the way, make you stand 10 toes down and stand in your greatness. And so today what I want to talk about is a topic that a lot of people don't understand, something that I'm a professional in, that I really love to do. Not only do I love to do, I'm very passionate about it. And it is personal development. I really don't understand why people don't understand the importance of personal development. You know what personal development is? If you get rid of all that language, it is basically your story, your steps, and your success. It's about self-improvement, self-awareness, accountability, responsibility. It's about you living your own life on your own terms. But a lot of times people don't understand their story, their steps, and their success, and that causes them to stay stuck in life. Instead of propelling higher in life, they choose to be stuck in life. But I come to give y'all 1, 2, 3 on today to teach you a little something, to hold your feet to the fire. What's your story look like to you right now? Sometimes we focus more on the past versus the present. Sometimes we don't understand the steps that we had to go through, life oppositions, obstacles, adversities. We don't understand the reason why that we went through it. But you must know at this particular time in your life that everything that you've been through, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, there's a reason. And in that reason is where you will find the success. But if you don't understand your story at the core, you don't understand who you are. So how can you own your greatness, right? If you don't know your story. If you don't know the steps that you had to take in order to get the success. And the success is you becoming the best version of yourself. That's what it's really about. But many times we don't want to know our story because our story comes with hurtful parts that we rather just sweep up under the rug and not discuss, not talk about. Parts that we don't want to hold other people accountable, especially us. I know a particular time in my journey as a single mom, I didn't want to accept the role of being a single mom because it's difficult. You're playing a part of 2 people, and then at the same time, you're trying to understand who you are. This was very hard for me. But my children made me understand that I had no option. I had to get to know me, and I had to be able to take care of them. And who does that? Who does that? Who wants to take on that responsibility? But life doesn't give us that option. Coming from an abusive relationship to being a single mom, to trying to find me as a woman, to understand my story, my steps and my success, and how do I become this businesswoman? Who do I think I am to become this businesswoman that you all get to experience? That I get to hold you all accountable to your greatness. I'm Andrina, a woman on a mission, a woman standing in her purpose, a woman accepting her personal development. Something that I want you all to start doing so that you can understand your story. What's your story look like? Let's craft your personal development. Because I don't know if people really realize it or not. When we don't understand our personal development, we handle life and business the same way. Ooh. Now Was a mic drop, wasn't it? When we don't understand our personal development, our story steps, and our success, we show up doing the same thing in every area of our life. What do you mean by that, Andrina? If you lazy in your personal life, you're going to be lazy in your business life. That's your career, that's your finance, that's your spiritual, that's your financial, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So you got to ask yourself, what is my story? What do I need to learn in order to become the best version of myself? And what strategies do I need to take in order to become the best version of myself? One of them is accountability. The other one is responsibility. Another one is the courage to do something that you're not used to, but you must do. You must do. So, what are you going to do? How are you going to craft your personal development? How are you going to understand your story? How are you going to create the steps in order for you to be successful? So how can we pivot to understand our story? One way you can pivot is getting to the core of who you are. When we don't know who we are, many times people will tell us who we are. You know, you're this, you're that. People put their perceptions on you, their insecurity, their judgments on you. And a lot of times what begins to happen is you start crafting your life based on who they say you are versus who you are. So one thing that I learned in my journey of becoming Andrina or doing my own personal development is I really allowed a lot of people to tell me who I was. But when I looked at it, it was like, that's not me. That's not who I am. Yes, I love to have a good time, but I'm also a woman with purpose, a woman that wants to be the best version of herself. Yes, I've had failures. Yes, I've had disappointments. But at the same time, I'm not who they say I am. I am who I say that I am. And so on that journey of really learning me, I had to strip everything down to understand that their opinions don't matter. What matters is what I believe in me. What matters is my mindset. What matters are the goals that I want to accomplish in life. Because I can continue to allow people's perception to own me and sit in the pit of their thoughts about me, or I can go to the palace and become who I want to become. So one of the things that you need to understand about your story, you have to pull back the rug, and really dive into who you want to be. Who do you want to be? How does your life look, feel, and be? How do you want it to look, feel, and be? So another thing I want to encourage you on. So as you're growing and you're building your story and you're stripping down to the nakedness and you start seeing the things that are ugly parts of your journey where you want to overcome certain situations and you say to yourself, I can't overcome this. I can't possibly become this best version of myself because this happened in my past. I didn't do this or that happened or this and that and the third happened. The way that you overcome your past is you begin to set boundaries, something that we're not used to doing. And you're saying, how does that help me, Andrina, overcome my situation, my traumas? Because setting boundaries mean that you respect yourself. Setting boundaries, you don't have to allow your hurt to continue to hurt you. You don't have to continue to walk unhealed. Because if you walk unhealed, you will never overcome the trauma. But the boundaries will say that I believe in me, I respect me enough to say that this is my choice how I want to live. Overcoming trauma. Many times people stay in trauma because of the victim mentality and blaming everybody else on the reason why they cannot obtain their goals, why they can't become the best version of themselves. But I disagree with that. I really, truly do. I feel like you can overcome your trauma. I overcame my trauma because I decided, that's it. I decided I no longer wanted to play according to people or to the pain. But everything that I've been through, I was going to get my reward. And the reward was to overcome anything that came against me. That's how I overcame trauma. I overcame coming from an abusive relationship, being a single mom, failed relationships, failed business, by just deciding that this is how I want my life to look, feel, and be. And the only way I can get it is if I show up and play and not wait for other people to come and rescue us. That's how you overcome trauma, is that you show up. You play according to your rules by setting the boundaries that respect you, and that is your future self, your better self, your healed self. That's how you overcome trauma. Holding on things that people have done to you, it truly traumatizes you from growing. It really does. It stops you from all things that you desire, that you dream of, that you want, because you're giving your power away. And you have to get to a point in your life where you just stop giving your power away, and that you understand that you're worthy, that you're valuable. And the moment that you do that is when the world will shift and respect that. But if you don't understand your story, you don't understand the reason why you had to go through those dark hours, that pain, you'll never get to the success. You fall into success when you fail. You fall into success when you begin to decide for you. What works for me may not work for you. But not giving your power away, that's not going to help you. So let's go back and let's revisit something. So you saying, Andrina, you're taking me through this personal development journey. I'm really just simplifying it. It's not that hard. Just like I said, it's about your story, your steps, and your success. Your story is who you are at the core. What are your values? Not about the hurt, not about the disappointments, but who are you at the core? Who do you desire to be at the core? Your steps are the journey that you had to take in order to learn the lessons. Life experiences always come to teach us something that helps us to become successful. So you have to understand, what does your success look like? Ask yourself, what does my story look like? What are the steps I need to take? And how can I be successful? That's your personal development. That's how you grow into becoming the best version of you. That's how you understand your whole dynamics of who you are. I learned who Andrina was in my story, being a single mom and coming from abuse, because it helped me to be a leader that I am today. It helped me to be resilient, not only in my personal life, but it helped me to be resilient in my business. Because if you think being full-time entrepreneurship is easy, listen, let me tell you something. It is a roller coaster ride that will hurt your feelings. People will hurt your feelings too. But if you don't know who you are at the core from your story, you won't know how you want your success to look and feel and be, or the steps that you have to take to get there. So I just want to encourage you on today, stop taking your journey lightly. Stop allowing hurt and pain to be your answer in how you show up in life, how you do business, how you do life. Stop allowing your steps to be sabotaged because you're not willing to decide. you're not willing to decide. That's kind of deep. I don't know. One of the first things that you can do in this journey is to get clear and to decide what it is that you want your life to look, feel, and be. And how you can understand your story, steps, and success is the win to you becoming the best version of you. I know. Y'all still saying, Andrew and I still don't get it. But if you take the time to get to know you, you will definitely get it. So listen, this is your favorite Andrina. I hope you got your 1, 2, 3 on today. I just want to encourage somebody on today to show up in life desiring to live. Be intentional about your living. Stop overlooking the most valuable player in your life, and that's you. I want to encourage you to decide on today how you want your life to look, feel, and be, and how you're going to honor your story, your steps, and your success. So listen, y'all know how we do this. I want y'all to smile to a stranger because you never know who you may be encouraging. But trust me, somebody is always looking. Somebody's always reading your story, learning your steps, and trying to become successful. I want you to smile. And if you don't remember nothing else, remember this. Your purpose is greater than your struggle. Your struggle is your stepping stone to get you into your greatness. And that simply means that nothing that you go through in life is in vain. It's up to you to go get the reward. Stay amazing.